Hey guys, this is my little Unimog from Banggood. You can see it's got a little Mercedes emblem in the front, which is really cool and scale looking. I've waited for this thing for a while. I had pre-ordered it a few months back, and it finally came in yesterday, and I had to attach everything and all the little plastic pieces I had to attach, and so far the thing's been pretty cool. It's got two motors. It's got two 280 motors. You can see them from underneath. It's got a two gear transmission. It's mechanical. There's the servo for it, and there's the cable. You can see the rear locking diffs and front locking diffs. It's got reverse lights, turn signals. It's got headlights. It's got brake lights, but I haven't figured out how to turn them on yet. Since it's got a drag brake, I don't know, maybe there's a way I can turn off the drag brake and then the brake lights will start working. I haven't messed with it a whole lot, but I have the rear diffs locked, the front unlocked. That's the way I kind of like to. So far it's been doing really good like that, driving down here in the woods. And I put a few little scale items in the back. And it has leaf spring shocks, so it doesn't have your standard spring-loaded shocks. The leaf springs work quite well, and this being the upgraded version of the LDRC, the P06, the green or the yellow version. I guess you guys, if you would have looked it up, you would have seen it. Came out last year, I believe. It only had one motor, but it had more stiffer tires. This thing has really soft, I want to say foams too. Nice and soft tires. You can just see it. This squishes right on down. Very soft tires, gets good grip. Really good for trailing. I don't know how good this would be for crawling. It does have a lot of plastic parts, but it's full of bearings. I don't think the cheaper version of this had the bearings. I got it in high gear right now. I like it like that. I just run it all the time like that. It's fine. It's got a lot of slow speed control. Let me try it in low gear. Yeah, it's got a little bit more torque in low gear. I did notice the motors get quite hot, and I'm running a lithium-ion battery. It had a weird plug and a little like 7.4 volt lithium-ion battery came with it. I cut the plug and I put a Dean's plug on here, and I'm running an 850 milliamp hour lithium-ion. I have two of them, so they seem to be fine. I ran this on a small, little bitty, it was 1,000 milliamp hour 2-cell LiPo, and it ran fine on it too. But I think lithium ion is good enough for what this is. But this thing is quite capable. It flexes nice and moves around nice. It looks very scale. That's the reason I got it. I've been wanting a nice little Unimog for a while, but I haven't found any that really pushes all the buttons that I like. And this one just hit every nail on the head. But it's a cheaper version, but it's pretty decent. I like it. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on it. Like I said, it's got a 2-speed transmission. You can lock the front or the rear diffs. You can lock them all. You can unlock them all. And it is a torquey little machine. It'll get up and drive over things. And it'll go nice and slow. This is a nice little area to test it out on. There's a lot of sticks and brush. And on the rear of it, the side panels, they'll fold down. The rear panel folds down. I believe I have to remove these screws in order to do that. But I like this look like this. And it does have like a corrugated metal look. I do like that. I like the colors. It's got a full interior also. Not the greatest of attention to detail, but pretty decent. Doors open. You got a dashboard. It can be painted up. It's got 2 seats. I don't have any figures yet that fit it just right. I'll probably find one eventually. Most of my figures are 6th scale or 10th scale. And this is a 12th scale is what they say. And that's about right. It might be maybe more of a 14th scale. Now, this is a fun little vehicle to drive around down here. I like that second gear. It's got just a little bit of extra speed. It's good for trailing. I noticed like the lights, I can't cut them off. The headlights, they stay on all the time. And they're okay. They're more for looks. I'm not going to be driving this thing at night anyway. If you can look, there's my turn signals. There's the backup lights. And it's got brake lights too. I just have not figured that out yet. Because this thing has got instant reverse, just like a crawler would. Like I said, I'm assuming if I can cut off the drag brake, I'd have normal brakes. Then the brake light would come on. But I've noticed there a few people got videos on this. When you cut the RC off, it automatically resets all of the servos. And it opens the diffs automatically. So I've seen one guy's video, he couldn't get the rear to lock, and I don't know if he tried pushing the button again or not. Looked like to me he just cut it on, off and on, and then didn't bother trying the buttons. But mine locks fine. It unlocks fine. It works like as intended. But like I said, if you turn it off and turn it back on, you got to go ahead and hit the button again. And then here's the controller. It's got a nice little foam grip, and then it's got a foam steering wheel. Those came separate. I had to put those on. Came in another little bag with the controller. It's just this little cheap LDRC. They use this for all theirs. I'm not too particularly fond of them, but they are nice to do one-handed driving. They're comfortable in the hand. There is your steering trim up top, and that A right there, that locks your front diffs. The B locks your rear diffs. You hit it again, you unlock them. Just like the top one, hit it twice, it unlocks them. And that C is your gears. And that's your power light, and there's your power switch right there. It takes two AAA batteries. So it doesn't take a lot to power it. I'm not sure how the range of it. So far, it's been fine. It's gone as far as I needed it to. But I just got this thing yesterday. I haven't had to do a lot of tests for it. I did buy an extra set of drive shafts just in case. I found them for $6 on eBay. And you can get metal ones for it, which I'd rather have the steel ones. But, you know, I said, well, it's $6. I bought them before I even got this in the mail. And I figured I'd like to have at least some spares in case, you know, in case something does happen to it. And the little mirrors, they reflect. They have little glass pieces you put in there. I'm pretty sure they're glass. If it's not glass, it's some kind of reflective metal or something. It's not super reflective, but it works. It has a nice scale look to it. Like I put on all the little door handles, the handles on the front grille and the hood. And right here, the hood opens up. And that's where you put your battery. And of course, I put at my aftermarket just an 850 milliamp hour lithium ion battery on it because it has a Dean's plug. I have a bunch of lithium ion Dean's plug batteries, so far these have been fine. The batteries have worked perfect. The little truck has impressed me so far. Very nice scale look about it. Like I said, I've been wanting a little Unimog for a while. So you'll probably see more in the future on my channel because I really like Unimogs. I don't know what it is about the things. I really like this one. And it's a pretty smooth operating little machine. And it does not seem to struggle at all, you know, to get over obstacles. I would say that's due to the dual motors working together. It gives it a little extra torque. I haven't really tried crawling it much at all on anything. This stuff here, I'm not trying to break the thing. I think it's more of a trail truck than a crawler anyway. But I've seen people crawl with the thing and it did okay. But if I'm gonna crawl with anything, I got plenty of crawlers. I'm gonna keep this one for a trail truck. Let me know your guys' thoughts on it in the comments. And if you like the video, please give me a like. Hit that like button. That does help my channel a lot. I get quite a lot of views, which I really appreciate that. All right, guys, this is the little LDRC Unimog, and it's the upgraded version. And I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And guys, thanks for everything.